Shalom everybody. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, The Light. This week's Parsha is Parshat Vayishlach. It talks about Yacov confronting his brother Esev. And if we look in the Midrash, some of the rabbis criticize Yacov. And they say Yacov was pulling at the ear of a dog. Why did Yacov go and confront Esav face to face, send messengers to him, try to confront him? Some people are critical of Yaakov's conduct here and say that it's like going and antagonizing your enemy. Why didn't Yaakov really just avoid Esav and be at peace? In Farsi we say duri o dusti. He has nothing to do with Esav. He goes back to his parents, Yitzchak and Rivka, and he makes believe as though Esav doesn't exist. And I think my personal opinion, Chidushei Devash, is that Yaakov is teaching us a tremendously important lesson that unfortunately as a rabbi, meeting a lot of people in the synagogue, you come across. King David teaches us, Bakesh Shalom Verotfehu. We must always embrace and go after peace. Verotfehu, pursue it till we get to that goal of peace. There's so many conflicts between brothers and sisters and partners and cousins and husbands and wives and bad blood. Unfortunately, shalom is missing in so many different places in our community and families, even between brothers. Yaakov could have had two choices here. He finished his ordeal with Lavan, but there was very bad blood between him and his older brother Esav, his twin. Esav felt that Yaakov had betrayed him, had taken advantage of him, had stole his first right, has stole the blessings. And Yaakov is teaching us that it's so easy to just brush everything under the carpet and try to forget. But Yaakov knew that he didn't want to take this to his grave. He didn't want to be in fear. Fear is a terrible thing. We see that on this Thanksgiving weekend, where what happened last week in France. Yaakov knew that at any moment Esav could come and attack him, because Esav wanted to kill Yaakov. So Yaakov decided, I'm not going to wait for Esav to come attack me or confront me. I'm going to go to my brother, give him tremendous gifts, give him love, shower him with love, and make peace with him. And I tell you a scary story. I once had a Shabbat Arusi, and I had many guests in my synagogue. I saw somebody, he looked identical to one of my members that prays with me on the high holidays. I said, do you know so-and-so? He said, yeah, it's my twin brother. I said, that's funny. Why isn't he invited to this party you're making here at the shul today, Kenisa today? He said, I haven't talked to my brother in 40 years because we were partners and we had an argument. And that's such a tragedy. That's such a shame. We know that in Israel, the Arabs are attacking us with knives. Look at Jewish history. There's a whole debate about the Syrian refugees, but so many the Syrian refugees is a legitimate concern. The Jews that were not let into the America that were escaping for the Holocaust was pure anti-Semitism. We have so many enemies. You know the joke they say. They say the blacks hate the Hispanics, the Irish hate the English, the Japanese hate the Chinese, and so on and so forth. The common denominator is everybody hates the Jews. So Yaakov is teaching us that it takes a tremendous amount of courage. Whichever side of the coin you are, whether you are the one that has been accused of causing the fight, or if you're the victim unfairly, it's always a mitzvah to make amends, to go and pursue shalom, because this is what will build our temple again, the temple that you see behind me. If we want Mashiach now, then we Jews have to forgive and forget, put our egos aside, confront the mistakes that we've made. And that's what Yacov is teaching us. Yacov is saying, Esav, maybe there was misunderstandings amongst the rights to the firstborn, the rights to the blessings from our father Yitzchak. I want to embrace you, give you gifts, give you tremendous honor, and show you that I am your brother. And what was the result? Yaakov, from his heart of hearts, loved his brother and wanted to make peace, and Esav kissed Yaakov. So may Hashem help us. I hope I never have to see this again, where I see identical twins not talking to each other for 40 years over money. And it's a tragedy. If the whole world hates us, it's a shame that we should, brothers and sisters and close family, shouldn't talk to each other, invite each other to each other's celebrations, make believe the other one doesn't exist just for some really, really silliness. The greatest asset and the greatest blessing that will bring Mashiach is peace. So let's be like Yacov. Let's confront the mistakes we've made. Go face to face, talk to the people that have animosity towards us. And may in this merit, the holy temple that you see behind me get built. Shabbat Shalom and have a wonderful day.